I think the martini might be the perfect drink. There's nowhere to hide. It's a perfect display of the spirits, the things that sit alongside. 3 gins, our own vermouth, seasonings, and perfect onions. Mine. This is my favorite martini ever. And I know that because I made it for me. It's not really for you, it's for me. It is kind of like our signature martini. It bears our name, the Lucky Gibson. And it is, of course, a Gibson. That is a martini with onions as a garnish. But more specifically, it's a wet Gibson. And even more specifically, it's a wet, dirty Gibson. So, wet means that there is a larger proportion of vermouth to gin. In this case, 50-50. The dirty element brings in an aspect of the onion because we're not going to add olive brine to an onion drink. We're going to add onion brine to an onion drink. And then, of course, the Gibson signifies the onions. These are no ordinary onion. This is a Hana Rakkyo. These wonderful Japanese pickled scallion bulbs are pickled in rice vinegar and sugar for a year, so they're technically a sweet pickle. They're made by probably one of the best food companies in the world called Momoya. This is not an advertisement for Momoya, but we discovered these and I just had to put them in this martini. As my own martini, I started with the gin. There are 3 of them. The first one is a classic London dry gin. It has all of the nuances of a classic London dry with botanical prowess and lots of piney, juniper vibes, a little hint of citrus. And from there we lead into the wonderful world of Japanese citruses. So we work with this wonderful brand that's encapsulated amanatsu, sudachi, kabosu, and yuzu into a gin that's incredibly fresh. High strength as well, so it kind of brings out lots and lots of fresh nuances. And then we work with another brand that has a really high concentration of Sichuan pepper in their gin. It's a navy strength bottling, so lots of intensity, lots of richness, and that Sichuan just kind of lifts everything out of the glass. Now 3 gins might sound like a lot, but it's all about that balance. And so when we have this kind of bright, intense citrus levity in the gin, we need something that's going to sit alongside of it. So that's when we come to the vermouth. As I said, it's an equal quantity of gin to vermouth. The vermouth is our own making. It is a vermouth in the dry style, slightly leaning into kind of like the Bianco style, I guess. But its base is a Japanese white wine. Uses a grape called Koshu. And then we actually have a split base in the wine with my favorite sake in the world, from Dasai. And then we season it with fairly traditional vermouth herbs and spices, but we add in some more yuzu and some more sudachi, and a little bit of green shiso for some herbaceous qualities. And then it comes to seasoning it. So we have our 50-50 blend of gin and vermouth. We add mirin, rice vinegar, some of the pickle brine, and Sichuan flower extract. So for just a little bit of spice, almost to replace the orange bitters in a classic martini. We serve our martinis straight from the freezer at -14 degrees. I think that's really important. An ice cold martini is just one of the best things ever. This one is made for me, and really me alone. The fact that other people get to drink it is fine, I guess, but it's always available for, even if it's not on the menu. We call it a Lucky Gibson because it's our house martini, and I love it. I'm not gonna let this one sit here. Cheers.